Good morning, friends, and welcome back. Okay, so yesterday there was a small session, right? We saw some basics of cloud. Actually, it was more about the introduction of cloud and introduction about me. Okay, so today we'll just try to go a bit deep into cloud computing and we'll try to understand what is cloud computing in much better way. Okay, and I can see a couple of new joinings here today. So if you have missed yesterday's session, you can just go there on the DURGASOFT YouTube channel and can, revise that particular yesterday's class. Okay, if not, if you can attend today's session, there is also more than enough. But in case if you want to go through the yesterday's session, the session is already available on YouTube. Fine. Okay, fine. So what we did yesterday, let me just revise a bit. So this is about me, right? This was my experience. I'm Shakeel here and I have experience in all these platforms actually the last 14-15 years of my career. Fine. And then, we have set the agenda for our demos, and the agenda was like what is cloud computing and what are the pre-requirements for cloud computing. Coming to pre-requirements, let me just go there again. Remember I said whatever pre-requirements are there for every module that we start in cloud, I'll be covering the pre-requirements there first. Okay, so that's the reason I'm saying like there are no pre-requirements needed, because whatever is needed I'll be covering everything. So there is no need for you to learn something first and come for this AWS. No, if you're a fresher, if you have just completed your college or university, whatever, you're more than eligible to learn this particular course. The only thing you should know here is you should know how to use a computer and how to use the internet. Okay, friends, so if you know how to use a computer and how to use the internet, you're 100% eligible to learn this particular course. So there are no pre-requirements. Everything I'll be covering here. Okay, so let us concentrate more on what is cloud computing. What is the concept of cloud computing? Okay, fine. Yesterday, we saw a couple of examples actually, and in these examples, we saw the data example, right? Application example, we will see in more details today. But whenever you talk about data is what? Data is something that is there in your mobile phone. It can be a photo or it can be a message. Data can be there in your computer. It can be your resume or it can be some documents, or data can be there in your company. It can be there in your company server. The company server data can be your projects. Okay, so all these are different types of data available at different places. Now the question here is whether there is a photo in your mobile phone, or whether there is a document in your laptop, or whether there are some projects related information in your company server. Every data is equally important, right? Every data is equally important. So where will you keep your data? You can keep your data in your local machine. If you keep your data in your local machine, it is not 100% safe and secure. That is the reason what we did. We have decided to go with this Google Cloud. Google Drive is a storage that we use normally, right? So what we do in this Google storage, we just go to Google storage, that is Google Drive, and we will upload our file. So when I say upload the file, that means I am uploading a text file, audio file, video file, picture, any sort of file, any type of file we can upload here, and we can keep it safe and secure. So where data is more safe, where data is more secure, is it safe and secure in your laptop and mobile phone? No. It is more safe and secure in your Google Drive. Now, who is managing this Google Drive? Google company is managing this Google Drive. So this is a cloud provider. They are providing some storage, and we can access the storage through internet. We can access the storage through internet, and we can store our data so that our data is more safe and secure, and we can access our data from any location. The only thing we need to have here is we need to have the internet connection. Internet connection can be your cable connection, Wi-Fi connection, or it can be your mobile phone connection. You just need to have the internet connection so that you can access all the data that you have uploaded there. This is the concept of cloud. This is one of the easy example that you can take to, put the cloud concept for you. Okay, fine. Data is quite an easy example for us to understand. Now let us go with a very major example now, very important example, that is application. Now, first of all, what is application? Okay, before we go to the application, remember the rules and regulation, friends. There is a chat box which is always open. Whenever you have any doubt, whenever you have any questions, you can send your questions in chat box. Okay, or if you want to talk to me, you can simply unmute yourself at the end of the class and you can talk to me at the end of the class. You can clear all your doubts there. I always say this, whenever you are attending any online sessions, you should have the option of interacting with the trainer. If you keep your questions with yourself, then you're at loss, my friend. Feel free to send each and every question in the chat box. The smallest question or the, you think is a topic which is not able to understand clearly, any sort of questions, my friend, please try to send in the chat box so that, it will be easy for me to address each and every question. Okay, there is a question here, Google Drive URL share to anyone. Yes, we can share Google Drive URL with anyone. Okay, if this is your Google Drive and if you are sharing this Google Drive URL with anyone, only that person can access it URL. See, right now these are my current batches actually. See, this is AWS 9 AM batch and this is AWS 8 AM batch. This is 8 PM and 9 AM. I have already shared this, folders with many people actually. Means people who are coming in 9 AM batch, I have already shared this folder with them. People who are coming in 8 PM batch, I have already shared this folder with them. So they will access all the files which are there inside this particular folder. So you can share with the URL as well as you can share with their email address, whatever. Okay. Now let's go back to the example of application. Now, what exactly is application? First of all, see, application is anything that we connect over the computer network. Application is anything that we connect over the computer network by using our laptop or mobile phone. Normally, what we do in our mobile phone or laptop or any device from where we are connecting to the internet, we go there and we connect to, let's say, Google, that is the application. YouTube, there is the application. Facebook, there is the application. Netflix, okay, Netflix, what else? Ola, Uber, Swiggy, Zomato, WhatsApp, everything comes under application category, my friend. So every application is designed for a purpose. Every application is designed to serve something. What is the purpose of WhatsApp? You can send messages, audio messages, video messages, photos, videos, make a call, video call. All these things are available inside this WhatsApp, right? So that is the purpose of your WhatsApp application. What is the purpose of Swiggy? You can order your food, right? What is the purpose of Phone Pay or Google Pay? You can pay some money. So every application has a particular use. Every application has a particular use. So whenever you are sending the application, whenever you are connecting to the application, you are connecting to application for a reason. But the main question here is, where exactly is that application running? So 99% cases across the globe, 99% people across the globe, when they connect to your application, they are not worried about the application status, where the application is running, who is managing this application, who is configuring this application, on which server it is running, on which server operating system it is running. We don't care about all these things, right? 99% people across the globe, they are not worried about this. Actually, most of the people, they have no idea like where exactly the application is running. But as a cloud administrator, now we should know what are the things there with the application, or what are the things involved in the application configuration, where the application can be configured, where it is running, how it is running, who is managing this application. All these details we have to know here, friends. Okay, so we are the cloud administrators now, so we should know about the application details. One of the most important responsibility, or one of the most important, reason why we are using cloud is to run our application. Data storage and application are the two most important reasons for us to move into cloud. Okay, so let us see how the application and where the application will be configured over the cloud. Okay, let us take a general example first, then we'll go with the cloud. Now this is your application, my friend. See here, I am a user. I'm using a mobile phone or any other device, and I'm connecting to the application. Job done. I've just connected to PhonePe or Google Pay. I've just connected to Amazon.com or Flipkart.com. I've just connected to Swiggy or Zomato, Ola or Uber. I've just connected to Netflix or Hotstar. I've just connected to any explicit application there, my friend. Okay. Now, where is the application running? That is the main question now. Every application is running on a server operating system. The server operating system can be Windows Server operating system or Linux server operating system. I repeat, every application, whenever you connect to anything over the internet, that comes under the application category, and that application is running either on Windows Server operating system or Linux server operating system. Okay, if you know some basics of computer networks, and if you know some basics of, all these things, you know this very well, right? That majority of applications are running on Linux server operating system, because Linux server operating system is much more safer and secure compared to Windows operating system. Okay, in our coming classes, we will see Windows server operating system as well as Linux server operating system. We'll try to spend more time on Linux server operating systems, but still, we'll see both the servers, Windows servers as well as the Linux servers. Fine. So every application is running on a server operating system. So that server operating system can be Windows server operating system, or it can be, like I said, Linux server operating system. Now, where exactly is this server operating system running? The server operating system is running actually on a server hardware. Server hardware contains CPU, RAM, and hard disk. There is your storage and NIC card, network interface card, using which you are connected to a computer network. So every server has all these components. Like our laptop and mobile phone also have all these components. Even our mobile phone also have the components. Desktop also have the components. Same components will be there: CPU, RAM, storage, and NIC card. In the same way, server is also a machine where we have these two components. Okay, let me just make some very simple points here. Whenever we say server, we are talking about maybe server hardware, or we may talk about server operating system. In an interview, if someone asks you a question like, in your previous company, on which server version you were running, you were working actually, so then they are asking about your server operating system. So in majority of cases, whenever people talk about servers, actually they talk about server operating system. But without server hardware, my friend, server operating system cannot be installed. Can we install server operating system on a laptop or a desktop? Answer is yes, we can do that. But hardly we see people installing server operating system on laptop and desktop, because laptop and desktop is not designed to run 24/7. We cannot run our laptop and desktop for like 20 days or 1 month continuously, right? Whereas we can run a server machine continuously for next 20 days, 2 months, 4 months, 6 months without stopping the server machine. So server machine and a laptop, basically they are the same machines with similar components and similar, uh, concepts. But overall, the speed in server will be more compared to a laptop. The performance of the server is better compared to a laptop, and the devices are in more configuration compared to a laptop. So overall, server machine is a computer with very high speed and more computing power and more storage, and all other things will be very high in a server. Okay, so let me just do a small revision again. I'm the user here. I'm using a mobile phone or a laptop. I'm connecting to the application. Job done. I have just connected to, let's say, PhonePe, or let's say our GoToMeeting. As of now, we are using GoToMeeting here, right? So we are connecting to the GoToMeeting application. Now the question here is, where is this GoToMeeting application running? This GoToMeeting application is running on a server operating system, and this server operating system is running on server hardware. Now the problem is in this server hardware. I repeat, the problem is with this server hardware. But what exactly is the problem with this server hardware? Because of this server hardware problem only, we have introduced, or companies have introduced, a concept of cloud computing. I repeat, one of the major reasons why the cloud computing concept came is because of this server hardware problem, my friend. Now let us try to understand what exactly is the problem we have in this server hardware. Okay, let's take an example of laptop first. If you take a laptop here, my friend, what are the components we have in laptop? Of course, we have CPU. It can be i3, i5, i7, whatever. Then, we have RAM. Let's say the CPU here is i7. Let's say the RAM here is 32 GB. Then we have hard disk. Let's say hard disk is 1 TB. This is the capacity of hard disk. Then we have something called NIC card. NIC card means network interface card. Without NIC card, there is no connection possible. So this NIC card is, let us say, one NIC card with 1000 MB speed. So this is your laptop here, my friend. See, if you have a laptop with this configuration, you're easily spending around $1,000, isn't it? At least 80,000, 90,000 rupees you are spending for this machine, right? You have a machine with i7 processor, 32 GB RAM, 1 TB hard disk, and one NIC card with 1000 Mbps speed. Or I can write on this 1000 Mbps in one more way. That is, let's say this is a laptop with, this is an NIC card with 1 GB speed. Fine. So for this laptop, you are spending 1000 rupees or $1,000 actually, right? $1,000 means how much? 80,000, 90,000 Indian rupees, approximately that much. It can go above 1 lakh rupees also if you take some more features there, if you add some more features. But anyhow, overall $1,000 is some money for this particular laptop. Now, let us go with this server machine configuration here, friends. So if you go with the server machine, we have same CPU. We have one more component called RAM, random access memory. We have storage, and then we have NIC card. We have the similar components available in a server also. But want to see the difference now between server and laptop? See, this is the difference here, my friend. The difference is clearly visible there. This is your computer motherboard. This is your server motherboard. See here, my friend. How many processors are there in this computer? Only one. But how many processors we have in server? This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. So there are totally 4 processors we have in a server. Okay, it can be only one processor also, or it can be 2, it can be 4. It depends on the server configuration. So in this server we have totally 4 processors. How much GB RAM we can add in this computer? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 slots available. But here see, there are totally 8 slots available here. 8 slots, 8 slots, 8 slots. So there are totally 32 slots available. I'm not saying 32 GB RAM. I'm saying there are totally 32 slots available. So if there are totally 32 slots available, just imagine how much memory you can add there. How much hard disk we can add. Maybe we can add maximum 2 TB hard disk here in a computer. Here we can easily add 200 TB hard disk also. Now the question here is why we need a server with that much hardware configuration? Why we need 4 processors? Why we need some hundreds of GB of RAM? Why we need some hundreds of TB of storage? What is the reason? Why we have to take such a high configuration server? Answer is very simple here, my friend. Now tell me how many people are connected to your laptop now? You are the only one person, right? How many people are connected to server? Some hundreds and thousands of people are connected to server. See, the time right now is around 7:30 a.m. 7:30 a.m. Can you imagine in a city like Hyderabad, how many people are connected to Zomato? How many people are connected to Zomato application now? They're ordering their breakfast, right? Okay. So how many people are connected? Hundreds and thousands of people are connected to this particular Zomato server. How many? Thousands of people are connected to this Zomato server, or even lakhs of people are connected to Zomato server. So only one person is connected to your laptop, whereas to a server, some thousands and thousands of people are connected to the server. So if thousands of people are connected to server, obviously you need a server with very high configuration. But when you take a server with very high configuration, what you do? When you take a server with very high configuration, you have to pay more money. You know, the server that you see right now on your screen, for this server, maybe you are spending around $5,000. $5,000 will be how much? $5,000 will be more than 4 lakh Indian rupees. That is some money, right? $5,000 is how much? It is more than 4 lakh, 5 lakh Indian rupees. So the problem here is if you want to run your applications, actually, we need to bring servers, and to bring server, we need to spend some crores and crores of Indian rupees. Server is not like your laptop or a desktop, which we can get in 50,000, 70,000 rupees. Servers will cost you some lakhs of rupees, and any company, one server is not sufficient here, my friend. Maybe we will take some hundreds of servers. How many? Hundreds of servers. Just imagine if one server is costing you 5 lakh rupees. How much the hundreds of server will cost you? Easily it will cost you some crores and crores of rupees here, right? This is a problem we have, my friend. This is the issue we have. We have to spend lot of money on our infrastructure. Before even we start our application, before we even launch our application, what we do? We simply spend lot of money on our applications. We spend lot of money on our servers. After spending crores and crores of rupees on server, we have finally launched our application, or the application is running. Now listen carefully, my friend. When the application is running here, is it guaranteed that the application will be successful? No. See, for example, if you take the example of any gaming application, how many games you know? There are many games available on the online, right? But maybe you play 2-3 games. But what about all the thousands of games which are available? Maybe people are not connecting to those games. So obviously the application is a unsuccessful application. But you know, before they launch that application, what they have done, they brought all these servers and routers and storage and everything. So now everything is wasted. They have already spent some lakhs or even crores of rupees on that particular game application and the infrastructure to launch that particular application. So there is a huge loss for a company. So this is the actual problem, my friend. The actual problem is our infrastructure, the server hardware. To launch any application or to run any application, we need a proper server hardware with more infrastructure. Got it? So this proper hardware, this proper infrastructure we need so that we can run the application properly. But on day one itself, before even our business started, we have spent crores and crores of rupees. Now, is there any solution here, my friend? Is there any solution for this big problem? Now there is a solution for this big problem, and that solution is actually your cloud computing. What is the solution? Solution is actually your cloud computing. Now, what exactly happens in this cloud computing actually? There are two ways in which you can take a server. Okay, let us take a very general example. Let's say you're traveling and let's say you're from one city, but for job purpose, you're in, let's say, Bangalore. Where are you now? You're in Bangalore. So once you go to Bangalore here, my friend, for a job purpose, what you do, you need some place to stay. Now, suppose imagine there is a scenario where if you go to Bangalore, the only way you can stay in Bangalore is you construct your own house. You have to construct your own house and you can stay in this particular house. Now, how much money it will cost you to construct that particular house? Let's say minimum 50 lakh rupees, isn't it? You have to spend minimum 50 lakh rupees. But there is one more option here. What is the other option? We can take a house on rent. And if you take a house on rent, maybe you're spending only 50,000 rupees, right? This is not even 1% of 50 lakh rupees. So if you're spending 50 lakh rupees to build a house so that you can stay in this particular house, that will cost you a lot of money. But if you take a house on rent, you will be spending only 50,000 rupees. But this house belongs to whom? This house belongs to some other person. They have already constructed that house and they are doing the business. They have already constructed the house and they are providing this house on lease or rent to customers so that they can get some money every month, and a customer like me can pay 50,000 rupees easily and I can take that particular house easily. Now, this is the concept of cloud computing also, my friend. What is the concept here? The concept here is if you want to build a computer network, there are two ways. One way is you need to build your computer network on your own. Let's see how to build the computer network on your own. If there is a company, that company have to bring all the devices in the company and they have to connect all the devices and they have to build their network, build their local area network, build their local data center. So the local data center will look something like this. See here, these people are building their own local area network here. This is a data center, but they have already spent some crores of rupees on this particular data center. So what I'm saying here is instead of building a local area network, instead of building a local data center to run our application, what we can do, we can go to a company like Amazon, Microsoft or Google and we can say we want to use some server. You know what these companies will do? Amazon, Microsoft, Google, these are known as cloud providers. These are the cloud providers. So these companies will say, listen, you want to run your application, you want to store your data, do one thing. Instead of buying a computer or instead of buying a server or instead of buying hundreds of servers, do one thing. We have data centers available. Amazon company is saying, Microsoft, Google, all these people are saying, we have huge data centers available with us. And in our data centers, we have huge resources. In the data centers, what we have? In the data centers, we have huge resources. See here, this is actually one of the image I have taken from internet, and what you see is actually a data center. This is not the image I have taken from any Hollywood movie or Bollywood movie. Actually, it's a real image, and what you see there, it is a data center, my friend. It is a data center which is available somewhere in Amazon. So Amazon company is saying, listen, this is the data center we have. You come to us, connect to our data center. In data center, what we have? In data center, we have everything what you need. We have servers, we have storage, we have security features. Okay, we have IP addresses. Okay, we have server operating systems. We have each and everything. So instead of spending, let's say 10 crore rupees on your infrastructure, you just come to us, connect your application to our data center or run your application on our data center and pay some money every month. Remember the example I took? You're migrating to Bangalore. You already got a job there. You're migrating to Bangalore from your city. And when you go to Bangalore, instead of buying a home or instead of building a home, you can simply take a home on rent. You can take a house on rent. That is much better and much more cheaper instead of simply constructing a house in Bangalore. Got it, friends? So this is a concept here, my friend. This is a concept of cloud where I can simply take the resources that I need to run my application from a cloud provider. So when I take the resources from a cloud provider, I'm not spending 10 crore rupees there. By spending $0, actually, I can start my business. There is no need for me to pay any money on day one to the Amazon Web Services or Microsoft Azure or Google Cloud Platform. These are the three top companies which are providing cloud services. They are saying, we have huge infrastructure available. Tell us what you want, how many servers you want, how much storage you want. They are simply asking a question to us. If I say I need 30 servers, they will say these are the 30 servers. If I say I need 300 servers, they will say these are the 300 servers. If I say I need 3000 servers, they will provide me 3000 servers. If I say I need 30,000 servers, they can provide me 30,000 servers within couple of minutes. So AWS people have that much infrastructure available in their data center that they can easily provide whatever is my requirement. They can easily provide all the requirement for me, my friend. This is a concept. This is a beautiful concept of cloud computing where I can take the hardware resources from a company and I can run my application there, my friend. So see, if you go back to the basics, what we have discussed here, you need a server to run your server operating system, and you need a server operating system to run your application. Okay, so now in cloud computing, this server hardware and server operating system we will take from a cloud provider like Amazon, and then we will run our application directly here. So we are not spending huge amount of money here. Every month we can pay some money and we can use that particular infrastructure. Now, what is the advantage or what is the benefit a cloud provider will get? See, if I spend money on, let's say 100 servers, or 100 servers, maybe I'll be spending around, let's say, 2 crore rupees, or maybe more than 2 crore rupees. I'm taking this 100 servers from a cloud provider, and maybe I'll be paying, let's say, 20,000 rupees per month. So how this cloud provider is getting benefit, how they are getting profits there? Because instead of paying 2 crore rupees, I'm paying only 20,000 rupees per month. So that's a great deal for me, right? I'm more than happy with this. I should be more than happy with this, right? But how the cloud provider is providing services in such a low cost? Okay, so this is a very big question, hopefully that we will address in coming classes. But as of now, what I can say here is we are not the only people who are using the cloud computing, right? With us, there are some hundreds and thousands and even lakhs of people who are connected to the same data center, and they all are using the same data center. So Amazon people are connecting 20,000 rupees, maybe from, let's say, 1 lakh customers. Just for your, knowledge purpose, in more details, I'll come on this topic in coming classes here. So let's say 1 lakh people divided by 20,000. Now see how much benefit they are getting now. So although I am saving some money and they are also getting a lot of money. So how this is happening, that we will see hopefully in coming classes. But as of now, this is a win-win situation for everyone. Cloud provider is earning a lot of money, and as a customer, I am saving a lot of money. My company is saving a lot of money. Remember, instead of spending 2 crore rupees on day one on servers, how much you are spending now? Only 20,000 rupees. This is such a big relief for our company, right? Now let us see a small demo here, actually how things are happening there. What I'll do here is I'm sitting in my home. I don't have any server hardware. I don't have any server operating system. But without having a server hardware and server operating system in my home, I can run my application, my friend. I can simply run my application. So let us see how I can do, or how I can run that application. I'll do one thing. I'll just go to my AWS account here. This is the account I have in AWS. I'll show you how to create an account in coming classes. But as of now, this is the account, my friend. So in this account, I need to log in. Okay. So once I sign in into this account, this is AWS account, AWS people will show me all the different data centers they have. See, right now I'm connected to Tokyo. There is something in Sydney. There is something in Singapore. We have in Mumbai. We have in Hyderabad. We have in London, Paris, Brazil. We have many places where AWS people have their data centers. It's not like only one place. We have multiple places where AWS people are having their data centers. Okay, now let me just go to, okay, can I be with Tokyo? Okay, let me just stay in, okay, I'll go to Sydney here. What I have decided to connect to the Sydney data center. Okay, now in next couple of minutes, you know what I'll do? In next couple of minutes, I will simply launch a server for you. I will simply launch a web server for you, my friend. I repeat, in next couple of minutes. I'm not explaining anything here, friends. This is not the session for explaining all the details. The whatever I'm doing here, all these things we will see in great details in our coming classes, in our regular classes. But as of now, it is just a very basic demo. So I will just show you very briefly how I can run a server and how I can run a application inside a server on cloud. So I've already connected to cloud here. Can you see here? aws.amazon.com. I'm already connected to cloud. So what I'll do now here is I'll go to some service called EC2 here. Remember, I'm connected to Sydney region here. Can you see here my cursor? There is a Sydney region. So I'm launching a server in Sydney region. So let's say my server name is test web server, some name. Then I'm selecting my operating system here. Then I'm selecting the server hardware, actually instance type. Then there is something called key pair. I'm selecting that also. And then I'll go to the edit settings here. I'll select some networking settings here, my friend, and go to this public subnet here. Okay. And then I'll select some security features. See, I'm just selecting each and every option there, right? But you know, if you go with this security feature, it may take around 3 classes for me to explain about the security feature. Coming to this storage, it will take around 4 to 5 classes for me to complete storage. So it's not like, you know, everything can do in a 30 seconds here. We have to learn many things. So all the things, like I said, you will see in coming sessions. But as of now, let me just, you know, use this. I'm making a web server for you actually. I'll do one thing. I'll just write down all the names here. Let's begin with Durga. Okay, so I'm just trying to write our names here so that you can see easily your name is available in this website. Shivu, Tushar, Tausif, Pawan. Okay, let me just write Virat Kohli, and let's say Sachin. You know what I'm doing here? I'm just creating a web server here, my friend. When I say launch instance here, my web server is ready. My application is ready. Within 2 minutes, I have created an application. Okay, obviously it will take a bit more time actually because we have to design the application page and all those things. But you know, just for testing purpose, still it is showing as pending here. But now within some seconds, actually it will show as the application is running. Can you see here? My application is running. What I did here, I am sitting in my home in Hyderabad, India. From Hyderabad, I have connected to Sydney data center. How far is Sydney from Hyderabad? I think approximately 15,000 kilometers. That is the distance. So I have just connected to Sydney data center. This Sydney data center belongs to Amazon company. So I've just connected to Sydney data center, and in this Sydney data center, I have launched a web server. So if I launch a web server here, I should connect to web server. You should connect to web server from your place, and any person who is sitting in any location should connect to this web server. Let's see whether I can connect to this web server or not. I have just selected the web server here, and there is a public IP address. What is IP address? That also we'll see in great details. As of now, the IP address is 54.79.138.153. Copy this, go to browser, and just say paste. Can you see the website here? I've just written all the names actually. Do one thing here, friends. I'm just entering the same IP address in the chat box. I hope you can see the, okay, let me just change to all. Okay, fine. So I'm just enter that IP address in the chat box 54.79.138.153. Copy this IP address and enter this IP address in the browser and tell me if you're able to access this web server or not. From whichever city you're connecting to this class, you should be connecting to this web server here, my friend. The web server is running over the internet. I have connected to the AWS data center, which is a public cloud. I have connected there, and from there I am launching a web server. So in whichever city you locate, my friend, from there you should be connecting to this web server also. So just try to tell me if you are able to connect to this web server or not, and from which city you are joining this session. No, you should not enter the time there, my friend. You should just enter 54.79.138.153. You are entering the time also 7:47. There's a reason it is, asking you to search everything. So just remove those things and just enter this address. Can you see the address here? 54.79.138.153. I think you just copied everything there. You just copied the date also. So that is the reason it is showing a error message there for you. Okay, if you enter this IP address in the browser, you also can access this web server. So if I get confirmation from at least one person, I can move to the next part of our demo. I'm still waiting for the confirmation from your side. So it took me around 30 to 40 seconds actually to launch a application, to launch a web server application. Okay, so now I can see you people are saying that you can access. Okay, from which place you're connecting to this class, Gajanan? And Tushar, you also can access it. Fine, that's great. So this is a web server. You can access this web server from any place, right? Okay, so Gajanan is connecting to this session from USA, New Jersey. Okay, fine. So see, the application is running somewhere in Sydney. I am the administrator sitting somewhere in Hyderabad. Our Tushar is there in Maharashtra. Gajanan is there in USA. See, from any place you can connect to this server, right? It's not a big deal. From any XYZ place, you can connect to this server and you can simply access everything from this particular server. Now, if I just go and if I just terminate this instance, terminate means I'm deleting this server actually. I don't want to keep this server anymore. So what I can do, I can just go there and within some seconds actually, within some 10 seconds, I can simply delete this particular server. So this is so easy, my friend. It took us some minutes actually to take a server from the AWS data center, and it took some seconds for us to simply terminate that particular server. So whenever you need a server, you can take a server. How many servers you need, that many servers you can take. Okay, and how much storage you need, that much storage you can take from a cloud provider. So it is so easy for us to use cloud services. So this is the reason every company is looking for cloud administrators, so that they can manage their applications, they can manage their servers, and they can manage their data over the cloud. Literally, cloud is the core requirement in every company. Okay, cloud is the basic requirement and the core requirement of every company. So as a cloud administrator, we'll be learning all these things. We'll be learning all these services in our coming classes. This is your exact console. What you see right now on your screen, it will be exactly same in your company's cloud console also. I'm just connected to this aws.amazon.com. So once you connect to your company's console, their company's cloud connection, it will be exactly like this. So we'll be learning different services here so that we can connect to the cloud as a company's administrator, and we can be managing all the different services that are used in our company. So this is such an important concept to learn. This is such an important course to learn. Cloud is present and cloud is future. You simply cannot imagine your work on internet, or you simply cannot imagine connecting to internet even for 10 minutes without connecting to cloud. Literally everything is nearly connected to cloud. If not directly, at least partially everything is connected to cloud. So as a cloud engineer, as a cloud administrator, we have some responsibilities. So those responsibilities we'll try to learn in our coming 45 to 50 days session. Okay, friends. So this is something about your cloud computing, my friend. So we are taking servers and we are taking applications from cloud. I'll just show you one small definition from Amazon. The definition I have taken from this Amazon documents actually, and what it says here: cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of IT resources. IT resources means your servers and all those things. So it says instead of IT resources over the internet, pay as you go pricing. See here, it says instead of buying, owning and maintaining physical data centers and servers, what it says, why you're taking a physical server in your company, why you're managing a physical data center in your company. It says instead of buying, owning and maintaining physical data centers and servers, you can access everything from a cloud provider like Amazon Web Services. The cloud provider like Amazon Web Services are ready to offer you everything. They're ready to offer you all the services. They are ready to offer you servers, storage and whatever you need. They are ready to offer you, my friend. So we just need to connect to them and we need to know how to use their console and how to use their services. This is what cloud is all about, my friend. Okay. And remember, with this, what are the other advantages we have? You'll be getting all the recordings here. You'll be getting running notes and documents from my side. Chat and unmute option is with you. And every session will be for like 60 to 70 minutes maximum. And the sessions will be for how many days? 45 to 50 days. So these are some of the other things that you should remember here, my friend. And let me just write down this also for record purpose. Fee is only 5,000 INR actually. I'm not sure why it is so less. It should not be this much actually for a course like cloud. But anyhow, the institute people, the management, they have decided to go with this fees. So this is your actual fees now, or this is your fees for cloud. Hopefully it will increase maybe in coming years, but as of now this. Now it's up to you, friends. It's your time now. Whatever questions, whatever doubts you have, hopefully we can talk about all those things and then we can see what we can do tomorrow. Tomorrow is one more demo session. I'll be, covering some more basics of cloud tomorrow so that you'll get the perfect idea about cloud and you can take a decision about your career. I can say one thing in a friendly way. See, whenever you learn cloud, wherever you learn cloud, that's a different thing. Okay. But if you want to make a good career, a career where you have a lot of growth financially, a career you have a lot of security job wise, then cloud is something that you can think about. Okay, cloud is a career where you can get a lot of opportunities and a lot of growth. Okay, Tushar, if you are a full stack student also, then also you're 100% eligible to learn this course, right? You can learn this course and you have two opportunities now. You can go with either full stack career, either you can go with your cloud career. Or if you go with full stack career also, somewhere down the line, you'll be, getting a lot of benefit of this particular course. Okay. Okay, so I'm here for you friends, at least for a couple of minutes or maybe more if you have any more questions. So feel free to clear everything there.
Okay, Shakil, this is Gajanan.
Yeah, Gajanan, please go ahead.
Okay, so I have one question on this topics actually. What topics you will cover as part of this course?
Mm-hmm.
I saw some topics actually on the website,
Mm-hmm.
AWS with the basic Linux and Windows, and there are
Mm-hmm.
few topics actually which is mentioned in a very short things like CloudWatch, database, Route 53. So will you cover in detail or how is it? Will you go the overview session on this one?
No, no. When you say CloudWatch and Route 53 and all those things, actually, these topics are only standalone topics. It is one topic. But when you see a topic like VPC there, it is a major chapter where we have many sub-services. So when I say VPC, I have to write down all the topics that we are covering in VPC. But coming to a topic like CloudWatch, it will take only one class for us to cover CloudWatch in all details. Okay, there are certain topics which are standalone topics which have only one topic and one session is more than enough. And coming to the other topics where there is a topic called EC2 where I'll be spending nearly 2 weeks. It depends on the topics, the topic details or topic, how much time it will cover and all those things. It's not like if I say only CloudWatch, it is only like introduction. No, we have to see the practicals also of this CloudWatch topic.
Okay.
Okay. Some more services will be added for sure, if not less anyway. See, remember one thing, we are preparing ourselves for jobs and interviews. So when you prepare for jobs and interviews, we need to learn the subject in such a way that, once you face the interview or once you start working in a company, you should be more comfortable there. You should know what to do there actually. See, there are many services in cloud, but every service is not needed in every company. So whatever services I have mentioned there, these services are needed in every company for sure. So those services will be learning there. Majority of services, if not all, whatever I have written there, majority of services will be theoretically, practically, scenario wise, everything will be there. Okay, there are certain services where we have to see only the theory part. Practicals are not needed. If you go with practicals, first of all, it may cost you a lot of money for your account. But again, the practicals are not needed. Those topics we need only for our knowledge purpose. As a fresher or as a 2-3 years of experience person, we are not using those topics actually. After like getting the senior administrator tag for 4, 5, 6 years, then probably you'll be using those topics. Okay. So every course has levels. Every job has levels. So we'll be learning level 1, level 2, and we'll be trying to understand the advanced level. But once you get a job or once you face an interview, you're not facing interviews up to the advanced level. No way. If companies start taking interviews with every person on advanced level, 99.9% people or 99% people will disqualify for the jobs. No. In companies, they have a proper requirement. The requirement is your requirement can be there only on EC2 machine. Okay, let me just show you this here. If I go to this service here, this is your EC2. What you see right now is only one service, that is EC2. But once you get a job, you may get a responsibility only on Elastic Block Store. Elastic Block Store is one of the services that we are learning about out of all the other services. Okay. Or you may get a job only on auto scaling, or you may get a job or you may get a responsibility only on network security. You'll be learning all those things, my friend. It may take more than 10 classes for me to discuss all these things. But like I said, once you get a job, you'll be working only on security or only on Elastic Block Store or only on auto scaling and load balancing. This is the way the things will move. So it's not like you have to learn everything. Learning everything is not a good idea anyway. Because once you get a job, once you start working in a company, you have some responsibilities there. So whatever responsibilities are there, so those responsibilities we need to fulfill.
Okay.
Okay.
I asked these questions because I'm new to cloud, and I was just comparing this AWS syllabus on this DURGASOFT website. So there are two places actually I can see different syllabus. In one place they
Mhm.
mention AWS migration, cloud formation, AWS Lambda, and all these things. In other place, those are not there. That's why actually I got confused. Actually, is it a part of basic concept or this is advanced level? So
No,
that's
no.
why I
When
got.
they no, no. When they mention Lambda and all those things, that will be covered only theoretically. If you want me to cover the Lambda part and the migration part theoretically, I can do that. But then that's only theory. So whenever you see the terminology migration, my friend,
Mhm.
migration is indeed a very important topic, but that is not for you and me. Forget about freshers. If you are having at least 2, 3 years of experience in cloud, then also you're not going anywhere near to migration topic. Migration is a topic that is there for a person who has around 5, 6+ years of experience. So it's not like every topic is needed. There are many services here. So you may have seen some extra topics there, but again, there is also not complete AWS official syllabus. You'll be learning the courses, any course actually, which you need to learn to understand the technology to get a job and to start working in a company and start a career. Within 45 days, no one can become expert in any technology,
Yeah.
right? It's a
Mhm.
big process. After completing the course, how you spend next 6 months will define your next 15, 20 years actually.
Got it.
Okay, so couple of topics here and there more or less should not be an issue actually. The main thing is how you're learning that particular topic.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
Uh, Yeah. Now there is a question here: which certification of AWS is being covered here, like solution architect or what? Exactly, Simbu. I think you have already left here, but yeah, AWS solution architect topics will be covered here. But like I said, we are not covering the official syllabus here. No one will cover the official syllabus. We have selected the topics that we need to learn so that we can understand the technology, we can get a job, and we can start working in a company. So that is what we need to do, my friend. Every course will be designed in that way only, and every course you should learn in that way only. If you want to learn these services, there are many services here, my friend. See, you're talking about Route 53. Route 53, can you see here? Recently visited services, Route 53 is there. Recently visited service, CloudWatch is there. So let me just show you in my previous batch. Let's say 8 a.m. batch. So if I go to this 8 a.m. batch, you will see a topic that is CloudWatch written something. See, route table is here. And coming to CloudWatch, can you see CloudWatch? This is a topic I have already covered in my previous batch. Theoretically, practically, I have to see that. I have to cover that. So it's not like, we'll be just, skipping the topics. No, it has already done for the previous batches. So obviously it will be done for this batch also, my friend. And today, actually, I have a session at 9 p.m. I'll be covering Route 53 in today's session, or not maybe today, actually, tomorrow's session. Tomorrow is the last day for this batch, 9 a.m. batch. I'll be completing this 9 a.m. batch tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll be, discussing the Route 53 class there. But in this 9 a.m. batch, did I completed my CloudWatch? See, this is CloudWatch. This is 9 a.m. batch. So I have to do that, my friend. So it's not only about a topic, but it's about you know, the length of the topic. Some topics may take only one session. Some topics may take 4 classes. Some topic may take even 1 week. It depends. Or in some cases, within one day, we'll be covering at least 2 services, because there is a length of the service. That is that much time it will take to complete that particular service. So it will be like this. Okay, friends. So that's it for the day. I'll be here for like at least 30 more seconds. If you have any questions and doubts, hopefully we will see. The question answer session should be there till the end of our course, my friend. It's not like only for a day or two. It should be till the end of the session. Your questions will make our sessions more interesting. I have started a batch at evening 8 p.m. actually. I started a couple of weeks before. You know how many questions I got in this batch in these 2 weeks actually? I have not received that many questions in any of the batch that I have already completed. So these sessions are so interesting in that batch. People are trying to understand things in very clear way. They're just trying to dig deep. Okay, they're just trying to understand things in more clarity, in more clear way. So fine, the sessions are very, very interesting. Okay, instead of 45 days, I may finish the batch in 50 days, and instead of 50 days, I may finish the batch in 55 days. 3-4 days extra is not at all an issue for me, but always try to keep the sessions as busy as possible. And the best way is just try to send your questions in the chat box. As of now, we are in demos, so you will get some general questions, but once we start our regular classes, your questions will be completely related with your topic that we are discussing on that day. Like say if you're discussing a topic like CloudWatch, your questions will be 99% cases, your questions will be related to CloudWatch. If I start a topic, let's say security groups, your topic will be related to security groups. Okay. And this is a batch we are starting after the festival season. So this week and next week we will get more people hopefully. So hopefully this will be a batch of good number of people. It will not be like the number what you see right now. It will not be like so less. It will be like a group of people. Sufficient number of people will be there with us for sure. Okay, every batch will get more number of people, at least in double digits. 10, 12, 15, 20 people will be there in every batch normally. So hopefully this batch also will get good number of people, because like I said in India we have festival seasons, right? Right now, just now we finished the Dasara festival, and people will be like coming back to working mode or learning mode and all those things. So hopefully it will take a couple of more days for us to gather more people. But anyhow, we have just started this session. We're not stopping now. Next week till Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we'll be gathering more people, and hopefully the batch will look pretty healthy. Okay, so that's it, my friend. I'll be here for like 30 more seconds. Any question, I'll take it, or else we'll stop the session for today. And like I said, tomorrow is one more demo session, so just go through the basics of cloud and everything. And if you have any doubts, please do come tomorrow. It will be a small session tomorrow, so that we can decide before we join the session. We can discuss everything, and you can decide whether to continue now or continue later, or whatever you can decide. It's up to you. But tomorrow I'll be taking one more demo session, and hopefully I'll be covering all the other basic things that I need to cover. Okay, so again, like I said you before, if you have already decided to go with cloud as your career, my friend, you have decided a very great career for yourself. Just try to stick to this career. You will see a lot of growth in your career in coming time. And any technology, cloud is such a big technology, my friend. You should not expect to learn everything in classroom. That is literally not possible. If someone is taking the complete syllabus, all the services for next 4 months, still you cannot learn everything in classroom. If you get the concept, the ideas, and the logic behind a service and the practicals when you see, then you need to execute from your side. You need to improvise. You need to add some more things. This is the way your cloud journey will go. Not only cloud, actually any courses that are related with computers and technologies, you should not rely everything on the trainer. You should have that confidence in you to learn things by yourself. In coming classes, I'll show you actually how you can prepare yourself for a new topic, or from where you should read the documents, where is the authentic information. I'll be sharing all the details with you in coming classes. But again, you should not rely on a person or a trainer or maybe Google or YouTube to learn everything. You should go through the official documents, and you should try to get more understanding of a particular service. Okay, friends, so that's it for the day. We'll meet again tomorrow at same time, 7 a.m. India Standard Time, with more details of cloud. That's it, my friend. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow.